What's going on? So today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be talking about 4 or 5 penny stocks that I believe that you should at least be on the lookout for. So we're going to get right into it. The first one is a company that I actually own called Planet 13 Holdings, and I don't want to say the full word, but I'll say that they're involved in the MJ space, so you guys should know what I'm getting at. I don't know. I don't want to get kicked out of YouTube, but currently, I bought this stock at like $4, and so now it's like down to $3.62, and they're pretty much involved in the immersive MJ space, right? So if we go on their website, it's a vertically integrated MJ company based in Nevada, and so it's a very young company, and market cap right now of only 308 million. But when you look at it, it's doing something that no other MJ company, at least that I know of, is doing this sort of integrated system where you go in and it's like a whole experience, right? So they have premium quality products, um, and making, for example, like lipstick and everything else, and vape pens for MJ, that look like lipstick, and it's just something an experience that people I think are willing to pay for, right? Talking about the best quality that you can get, and serving coffee as well, that's environmentally friendly, as well as quality products of just CBD isolate. And they also have a company called, or a brand called Dreamland Chocolates and Haha Candies. And so this is something that I think will take off, especially, for example, if Biden becomes president and the regulations on MJ become less and less strict. I think this is a good long-term play. And an insane thing about this, if you go on Yahoo Finance, you can see that they're actually projected to grow at like 116% for next year in terms of their revenue growth. So I think right now, especially on this downward trend, you see monthly it's down 22%. I think that this could be a pretty good buy, and I definitely will be adding more shares. Now, the next one has a much lower market cap, and as you can see here, 140 million market cap, and right now is trading at $3.30. And monthly, this has definitely been on the uptrend, about like 13% increase in the stock price. And this is a coal company. And one thing I really like about this is that with such a small market cap, generally these kinds of companies are not profitable at all. And I know this in the coal space, which is definitely let's say on the way out, but I do like how they have been, as we can see here, been profitable for 2018 and 2019, right? So as we can see, they have made 25 million in earnings in 2019 off of just a company that's like with a market cap of 140 million with a pretty low PE ratio of 11, right? So again, especially with smaller market cap companies, you can't really find a company with a PE ratio that low and that's actually profitable, right? And if we look at closer to the quarterly results, we can see actually that although revenue is declining, they're still earning solid profits of second quarter of 2020 of, as you can see here, 2.6 million, right? So definitely something to watch, and I think I may or may not be adding to this position soon, or sorry, starting a position soon, but just thought I'd put it out there. And also, current year right here, of course, due to the pandemic, revenue growth is expected to decrease by negative 31%, but then rebound in 2021 to 41%. So something that I think that you should be on the lookout for, and that could be a pretty good turnaround play, even though that it's not even a turnaround play. They're already earning a good profit, right? So pretty hard to find one of those in the penny stock industry. Okay. Next one is AGS. So of course they make slot machines, etc., entertainment systems. So right now, of course, this has been a stock that has been like pretty beaten down since the pandemic. As we can look year to date, it was a $10 stock, and now it's like $3.50. And I was saying, okay, of course, casinos, their industry is absolutely shattered, right? And as you can see, the decrease, from being like year to date, $12 dropped all the way down by 91% to $3.50. So now representing $124 million market cap. And now on the way back up, already increased 263%. But I do think it has room to grow more. And it is still down from, like let's say in June by like 40%. So this is one more speculative play. but it is a turnaround play nonetheless, right? So as soon as casinos open, they need more slots, etc. Um, they will be able to, hopefully rake in more of a profit, right? Um, and as we can see here quarterly results, like they lost $42 million in second quarter of 2020. So that's not good news, right? But if we look at annually, they have been losing money even in 2016, in 2017, 2018, and 2019, which is like really not good to see. The only quarter that they made a profit in the past 4 quarters was in fourth quarter of 2019, where they earned $1.4 million. So definitely more speculative play, but at least the stock price should rebound in a pretty big way if, and this is a big if casinos open quite soon, and they start ordering more slot machines. So, of course, yeah, as you can see, AGS slots, many people have heard about them. So I think this might be a more spec play. And so the next stock, again, is very speculative, and it actually just increased by 20% today, down 3% after hours. And this is, of course, Genius Brands International. So if you don't know, they make pretty much entertainment shows and more like educational shows, you could say, for children. And they're catered specifically towards, educating children in a fun way, right? And they have, many brands, and they're partnering, for example, with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and, they're using characters such as Warren Buffett, for example, and they have a show called like the Millionaires Club. And this is a stock that has just been on a rip, has had so much hype, all the way up to, like, I believe it reached $9 on this day, and then since then it's just gone down by like 80%. But as you can see, it's still like, it used to be like a 26-cent stock, and now it's up like 380%. As you can see, market cap closer to 300 million. I still think this one has a lot of downward movements to go before I get into it. Maybe like, under $1 for sure. However, the reason why this stock skyrocketed and why there is definitely still a hope for the stock in the future is, of course, as we can see here, that they just launched on their Samsung Smart TVs some of their shows. So as we can see here, after the company announced an agreement with Samsung, Genius Brands cartoon channel will be available for free on Samsung Smart TVs effective immediately, right? So pretty much they earn their money based on the ads that play on Samsung, on whatever shows that they have, right? So this company has just been burning money, right? As we can see here, just losing like 11 million in just 2019 alone. But even in 2016, they lost like $6 million against like revenue that wasn't not very significant at all, right? And what really disturbs me is this like second quarter where they lost $383 million against a revenue of only $560,000. So that definitely concerns me. And I mean, what's also concerning is that Hindenburg Research, which is pretty much a company that is like a short selling company, that they recently shorted Nikola, and Nikola is like, if you don't know the whole story, you should look up Hindenburg Research Nikola. And it's just like, it's just a joke. It's hilarious what how they just absolutely destroyed Nikola, and the stock price has been plummeted since then. Okay, so so they talked about, like, it's insane the valuation that Genius Brands had reached, and saying that, for example, one of the things that Rainbow Rangers aired, one of their shows aired 26 times per week when it first debuted on Nick Jr. in 2019. Now the show only airs around 9 times per week, so and not even prime time, right? And the company's other key show is Llama Llama, based on a popular series of children's books. But the company doesn't actually own the intellectual property to Llama Llama. Instead, it merely licenses it. So the company has refused to disclose the economic terms of the deal, but the lack of reported revenue indicates the terms are not economical, right? So right now, of course, saying that the fair value is like under $1 is definitely reasonable to say. So once it becomes under $1, maybe this is a company that you should definitely look at. Okay, so anyways, let me know what you think about these stocks. Let me know if you have positions in any. I just found these stocks and I thought that they could be good plays, depending on the terms, right? So Planet 13, a good MJ space to get into, especially if MJ becomes legalized. in the States, a coal company that's been profitable and it's just like has a pretty low PE ratio, AGS Slots, a turnaround play when casinos open up, and Genius Brands International if the stock definitely goes under $1. Just because I personally think that it has some good things coming for it with its children's education entertainment. So anyways, thanks for watching, and if you enjoy this video, please consider giving a like and subscribe, and have a fantastic day, guys.